Hello. I am thinking of doing today's video about not being a moderate Muslim. I don't really know what I'm going to say, but I've got some strong ideas about this topic and some strong feelings about it. Sort of things that have come from people's misconceptions about maybe religious people and maybe the way that we dress. I'm not covering my head, even though, as far as I know, scholars agree that Muslim women are obliged to cover their hair and neck area and so on. Excuse me. And when I'm in a Muslim country, oh dear, sorry about this, I do cover my head, and I like that. I like this kind of anonymity and not having to be on show. Because if I'm somewhere where women usually cover their heads in the way they dress, and by the way, I've never been to a country where women are forced to cover their hair, so I'm not speaking for those women. I feel like they're in a different situation, and I don't agree that anyone should be forced to dress a certain way. I haven't been to those countries, so I'm not trying to sort of misalign, is that a word, with anyone who's been negatively affected by requirements of Islam. When I've been in Muslim countries or situations, places where there are a lot of Muslims, I prefer to cover my hair and to cover just basically like my shape and everything. And yeah, as I was going to say, it gives me this kind of like, it makes me feel more centred and more confident, because I don't really have to worry about how I appear to anyone else, because I'm not trying to kind of appear to anyone else. I'm just going about my business, doing my thing, whatever I'm trying to do, whatever I'm doing. It's not like, it's not part of the equation anymore, sort of like how I might look and whether I look okay and whether the outfit is, I don't know really what I would think about the outfit, but like kind of whether I'm socially acceptable. Because if I'm covered, then yeah, I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to be looked at. So like one interesting thing about this topic, I think, is when I've read about it, some people think or assume if someone wears a head covering in this country, I mean with religious connotations, they are doing it to try and give a certain impression about themselves. And that's just, to me, that's just a really strange, I think that's a misconception. I mean, it could apply to some people, certainly, I could be wrong. But to me, if someone covers their head or hair in a religious way in this country where I live in the UK, it's pretty brave. They're doing it for themselves. They're doing it for Allah. We do things like for a higher reason, and it's more difficult to wear it than to not wear it here because of the judgment from people who've basically been brainwashed by bad press about Islam. If I start getting hate telling me that I'm the one that's brainwashed, then I might delete this video because I don't think I can really stand up for the whole Muslim population and explain what Islam's about. So if this video vanishes later on, then you'll know why. So where was I up to? Head covering. I wanted to say that I'm not a moderate Muslim because I could be a bit of a rubbish Muslim. However, I'm trying my best. It's very important to me. I don't fear Allah enough. So when I first learnt about the idea of fearing Allah, I was really surprised and sort of worried about it when I first read that because I haven't been brought up with a religious education. I've been Muslim for, should have thought of this before I started. How long have I been Muslim for? I have to work it out on the spot now. 14 years or maybe 15 years. And when I heard about the idea of fearing Allah, I thought to myself, like, why should I fear Allah? Because that's a negative thing. But later on I understood, and I actually believe that I do want to fear Allah because it's the difference between fearing people. People are all equal. Fearing people, fearing people's judgment, fearing rejection from people, and so on. That can happen anyway. Fearing Allah is a higher idea because we're doing something because if we believe in Allah and we believe that we want to live a good life with pure intentions and pure actions and a pure heart. I think people shy away from, well, I know from what I've witnessed growing up in this country that people shy away from religion if they can. And I'm proud of people who maintain their religious beliefs and follow it anyway, despite the pressure that can cause somebody in this culture. Negative judgment from other people because of the sort of fashion nowadays of not following religion. I feel like I'm going to get loads of hate for that comment, sorry. Okay, this could go really badly. If I don't know if I'm going to post this, but if I do, then I'm really sorry if I upset anybody. Religion can be a really triggering topic. Some people I know sort of dealt with their trauma around religious upbringings by deciding to be spiritual rather than religious. And sometimes those people who describe themselves as spiritual look down on me for choosing a religion. So that's pretty sad and kind of irritating because I don't believe I look down on them for having different beliefs than I do, but they look down on me because they think I'm kind of like well, yeah, that I don't know what I'm doing, but I am intelligent, you know. Right, now I'm getting to 10 minutes and I want to keep it within 10 minutes. But I wanted to talk about not being a moderate Muslim. I am a Muslim. I might not be portraying it and I'm trying my best. I might not be covering my head. It's because I fear people's judgment and that's not good enough. I want to do better, inshallah. Thanks for watching.